The winner of this weekend is...
This is brutality! Oh no, this is not how you do it.
This is my brutality! Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is DS. Sorry, my voice is gone.
I know, it's getting me to laugh.
You're gonna have to pull a Maro Nalo and leave.
Oh my god, I should leave.
Tweet and delete your Twitter.
Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is DS.
And Paloma Star.
And
The other one.
Welcome, Joey.
hi.
You guys won.
We did. Y'all lost. This is my brutality.
They won all the women's matches.
No.
Yes.
God.
NXT. And we ain't gonna talk about that triple threat.
True. But let's talk about SmackDown really briefly.
It feels like it was so long ago.
So long. But then that triple threat match.
Would it not have been the triple threat match at Survivor Series? I would have liked it so much more.
This match got my hopes up so much. It was Sasha Banks versus Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair.
I loved every second of that match.
It started off a little sloppy for me, but then it picked up. All the people sitting ringside kind of reminded me, remember in old school wrestling when it had all those photographers ringside?
yeah.
Pictures of that?
It reminded me of all the Lumberjill matches that we had to go through in the Diva era.
Yeah.
You know the only thing that kind of confused me about, speaking of all the people outside?
What?
Was the way they kind of ordered when they announced, like, the Survivor Series teams, even though they put all the, like, the Survivor Series teams on the outside. Well, we don't know who's going to be on the team.
But they didn't know the NXT team. They didn't know who's going to survive out of that war game. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's kind of true. Like,
And if you think about it, NXT had the probably roughest schedule these past few days because they had Friday SmackDown, they had their own TakeOver on Saturday, and plus Survivor Series.
Yeah.
So they were going.
Yeah.
Not necessarily women's division, but speaking of the long, hectic schedule, if you think about Adam Cole, dude went through a ladder.
Oh my God.
Dude went off the top of the cell in WarGames, then had to have a match with Pete Dunne.
that's
next.
crazy.
That's nuts.
crazy. And he had a photo shoot in the morning.
Oh, that was nice.
But anyway, this was so good.
You really couldn't expect a bad match out of these three. It's Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, and Rhea Ripley.
And when Rhea and Charlotte was having that face-off,
I wanted that. It was great.
Yeah, because Rhea was talking about how everyone thinks she looks like Charlotte, like from the Mae Young Classics time. So I was like, this is what we're waiting for. I think she looks like Charlotte Flair had baby with Pete Dunne.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley gives me some, like, serious old school Triple H vibes.
Yeah.
No lie.
I think Triple H really likes her a lot.
I think so too.
I mean, she's little Triple H. Like, it's
Yeah,
kind of...
because even I think in the Halloween show, everybody dressed up as their wrestlers, like whoever they thought they kind of looked like, and Rhea dressed up like Triple H.
She did do that.
Wow. So the finish.
I love the finish. So creative, almost kind of like, why hasn't this happened before? Why hasn't anybody came up with this finish before? But it was so good.
That's kind of like the thing with Rhea Ripley is she's constantly showing us like some new things because she's kind of a new dynamic of like superstar because she kind of gives you that toughness of Shayna Baszler but still kind of that like nice look of Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, she's going to deliver something new to the table.
Yeah, this is probably one of the most memorable finishes I have in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really creative and great.
And that just proves to you that you don't have to have a crazy 450 to 360 whatever finish for it to be effective and memorable.
Did you just call out Bianca Belair?
I mean, Bianca was
I love
great.
her too, but you don't have to have a crazy
I see what you mean.
sequence.
You don't have to like throw someone off of like the top rope into the table and
Exactly.
they die.
Yeah, it could be as simple as that. Super random note that I noticed in this match is there was so many throw the clothesline catch it spots. Like there was so many of them that I even noticed and pointed it out. If you go back and watch it, there's gonna be so many like throw the line, catch it, do something else. But I think that's just the wrestler in me noticing that. But great match.
Let's go right into Survivor Series.
You were there.
I was there. I was there for TakeOver and Survivor Series.
Everybody saw this pretty face at TakeOver.
Sitting next to celebrities. and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oprah Baker.
Yeah.
Stephanie McMahon was sitting like pretty close. Anyway, Survivor Series started with 15 women, elimination tag match. I really like this match.
Me too. And they got like 30 minutes and it was 15 women. And the way it started off, it was really cool seeing the evolution of women's wrestling has come such a long way.
The clearest example to me was you had Dana Brooke and Sarah Logan in there, and they're just kind of like the filler for the match, like to be honest, because nobody was really going to think they were going to go all the way. But that spot used to belong to like Rosa Mendez, who would just run in at the first and get pinned right off the bat, and that was the start to every Survivor Series back in the day.
They were not eliminated for a long time, actually.
Yeah, there was actually not a lot of eliminations for a long time because I thought it was going to be the usual, like how you mentioned.
Yeah.
Go in there real quick, one move, boom, you're out. Make room for other people and stuff. But everybody had their own chance to shine even before getting eliminated.
I don't know how I felt about the Candace and Io getting hurt.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what was going on because I was in the crowd. What happened?
I don't really even know what spot they said they got hurt off, actually.
Well, they all went on the outside, and they were in like this big pile, and then all of a sudden everyone stood up, and they were just both playing. They're going, ow, ow, not really like grabbing anything specific. They were just kind of like, ow, 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 ow.
I just think they do this spot a lot. Like, Alexa Bliss is like the queen of this spot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Io had that amazing spot with Kairi Sane.
I was living for that.
Yeah.
That was so cool. And it was really funny. And Carmella's like, hello, I'm over here. Hello. Like, I'm like, no, get this is their moment. Stop it.
I knew she was going to do it, too, because like you felt it, because that's just Carmella.
Yeah, it worked perfectly.
And I was like, please don't do this. Please don't interrupt them. Let them
And like, just let them have this moment. It's okay. But I think it worked that it was Carmella that did that.
Carmella had a really good spot being on the top rope. Hurricanrana right into Bianca Belair. That was a really nice spot.
Great spot until she went for all those covers and just kept doing the string.
Yeah!
That's better. That's better than mine.
Super random. I thought Dana's gear looked really cute.
It was cute.
At first, I'm like, no, I don't like it. And then I'm like, you know what? Okay.
I like it more.
I liked it.
This is kind of sporty. Like, she has that sporty
That's true. It did look sporty. I don't think she's figured out what gear works for her yet. And I think Becky, that happened to Becky for a while because every like pay-per-view or even every Raw, she had like a different gear until she finally decided on one. So maybe that's what she's trying out. But I did like it. It was cute. It was a little bit more softer.
I'm just giving her a shout out because I ran into her.
Really?
And I was like, I want you to seize that opportunity. Asuka's green mist.
That
I love
mist
it.
spot. I'm so happy she's using the mist now.
too.
Like, that was a great addition to her.
Yeah, the reaction she got in the arena was almost like she went back to the Asuka that we all love. Yeah.
I mean, she kind of has. This is kind of reinvigorated both Asuka and Kairi with this new heel turn. I didn't think Kairi Sane would be an effective heel, and she's the best.
And she looks so cute in pants. I did not expect Charlotte to take the miss. I thought it was going to be somebody else, so I thought it was kind of cool seeing Charlotte take it.
Did you guys see the really cute Instagram post she made with her and Andrade?
I know! That was so cute.
She's got the mist all over her, and she's like trying to give him a kiss, and she's like, at least someone still loves me.
Bianca Belair, I thought, got a really nice moment.
She really did.
Yeah.
It really showcased what she could do. And her gear was awesome. I love how all the NXT girls had like NXT themed gear.
The real highlight of this match was the drinking game that we got to play. It's called Drink Every Time Natalya Says Bitch.
Evans from Team SmackDown.
I bet you were drunk by the end of it then.
She called everybody a bitch. Bye, bitch. You want to hit me, bitch?
Natalya had some really, really awesome elimination moments. She eliminated Toni Storm with that sharpshooter and bank statement combo.
Yes.
And then the heart attack on Bianca Belair.
I really like that submission combo, but I kept sitting there looking like, why is no one on that team breaking this up? Why are they just going to let her take the bite? Like, also, going back to Natalya, the face she made when she was the last one
I
left.
noticed that too. She was like,
Well,
I really wish Bianca would have used her hair.
Oh, I know.
You know?
she did at WarGames.
That was
Yeah.
great. It was down to Rhea Ripley versus Sasha Banks.
Yay! And that's exactly what I wanted to see, especially from their last little teaser that they had, because they had such good, smooth transitions.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, this is the match I wanted.
It was glorious while it lasted.
It was really great. I kind of wish they wouldn't have brought Io and Candace back out and just let it go to a straight finish.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I could see why they did it,
Yeah.
but it kind of a little bit diminished, but I could see why they did it.
They really are pushing Rhea Ripley
A lot.
freaking hard.
A lot.
She beat Shayna, she beat Charlotte, she beat Sasha Banks. She's beating everyone.
Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah.
Like, she's just good.
She is. And the reaction was they treated her like a superstar. So I think this was like the weekend that Rhea Ripley became
A star.
a star. Yeah. This was a night of Rhea Ripley. It was really,
really
awesome.
was.
Yeah.
There is one true diva I do want to talk about from Survivor Series. Ivar from the Viking Raiders. He does all the old school diva moves. He does the handstand to the elbow. He does cartwheels. I'm like, whoa, okay, this is 2006 Molina right here. We're doing all right.
All he needs to do is a split entrance and that's it.
Yeah, he probably could. That man is agile.
He really probably could.
Overall, really good match that I was very hopeful.
Yeah, I was really like proud of being as a women wrestler. Be like, man, that's awesome. Like, 15 women in one match in WWE. Like, even a few years ago, if somebody would have said that, they would have been like, what? There's not even 15 women here.
Yeah.
So it's awesome to see that.
And we got quickly embarrassed. By the end of the night, I was so excited when I realized that women are going to be main eventing. I was like, this is it. They're going to kick ass. It's going to be amazing. God.
Okay, so I think this wouldn't have been as bad if it wasn't the main event.
Which is really sad to say. But
yeah, I'm not saying that women should have been the main event or anything, but I think once you're in the main event, you're in that spot to bring it. And you're under a bigger spotlight, you're under a bigger microscope, so you're going to get scrutinized even more than if you weren't and stuff. Unfortunately, I don't think it definitely delivered for the main event.
Oh, it didn't. It was sex in a cereal box. It was a cluster.
The action wasn't the best, that's for sure. But also, I think WWE didn't calculate things well. Even going into main event, NXT was clearly winning. The best was that SmackDown was going to tie. So there wasn't that much of a stake, if there is any stake in winning anyway. Nope. But also, Bayley was the heel of this match. The crowd was chanting for NXT most of the time. Yeah. So Bayley was the heel of this match, but she's not that big of a heel yet. She's still developing her heel character.
Nope, she went to Party City and got a Cleopatra costume.
It was on sale.
It was really tight on her head. It was really pushing her in. I don't know what was happening.
I mean, I'm all about accessories, and I have something similar to that, which I totally should have worn today. Go with silver if you're gonna go with that, to go with your ring jacket and your ring gear. But I don't know, it just didn't go with her character. It didn't go with her color. It was just she walked out and be like, this looks good, and then just kept on walking, and nobody told her no.
Wait, was this Bayley's first ever pay-per-view main event?
I think so. So maybe she wanted to be extra.
And if you don't count NXT.
The other thing about this match also is Shayna Baszler is NXT where people are behind her, but she's cool, but she's been champion for way too long, so people don't really like her.
No, she's been champion for way too long, I think. But she's good. She's good. Solid.
She's if you know her background, she could legit kick anybody's ass, So I think that's what's kind of cool, but also you almost booked themselves into a corner. Then now what? How is she gonna get beat? I actually thought that Ronda was gonna come out during.
That's what I thought, because this match, there is no way they're gonna make this match die like this.
Right.
There has to be something, but no, nothing. The only thing they planned for was Becky Lynch beat down Shayna Baszler, but we're gonna talk about it later.
It was so clunky. I don't think Bayley nailed a move. Everything was off. That flip buckle bomb that she does. Oof.
On top of that, she dominated most of the first half of the match.
I guess she did, but she had Tamina face.
What does that mean?
The I don't want to be here, this is a job face. It's just kind of okay, I'm going to go out here and wrestle. And that's kind of what I saw.
She has no intensity. Being a heel, you bring that intensity. You bring that rugged, ruthless aggression behind every move that you should hit. And she's just almost going through the moves. Just going through the motions. This is a match that I wanted Bayley to be a heel. Pick people up by their nostrils or small heel stuff that would work.
It was her chance to do that too, because she's been talking about it.
Her positioning was that she's gonna be the one that's gonna come behind your back and take the win. I don't think even she worked that storyline that much.
I don't think it was no storytelling.
I don't think there was storytelling.
She did a bunch of spots where she was acting scared of both of them, and then would hit them, which didn't make sense to what she was doing.
I wasn't sure what she was going for. The problem with this match is that I don't remember any big spots.
I know, me either.
I remember botches. I remember big botches, significant ones, and that's what I'm going to remember from it.
And the pacing was also.
Yeah, the pacing was off, especially for the main event. And it was such a stacked card, too. I mean, the crowd just sat through a whole bunch of crazy, awesome matches. To have that pace was definitely the wrong call. I think it was a mixture of both a booking and agents, set the way that it was set up. Maybe not so much even on the talent, because you can only do so much with what they give you. But also, I felt that was just missing, I don't know, a little sense of urgency.
Well, they really
You
only
know,
set
something.
up the feud between Becky and Shayna, and then Bayley was kind of an afterthought.
Yeah.
So there really wasn't any motivation for Bayley to even be there. Why is this triple threat happening? It should have just been Shayna and Becky.
How do you think Becky did in this match?
She didn't live up to the hype of the man to me. Like, nothing really lived up to expectation for me in this match.
I think her character stood out more than her wrestling.
Even the way that she was taken out of this match was very bad. She was just kind of politely put on the table and she was gone.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
And then, okay, so here I go again with a random, me pointing out something that only probably wrestlers pointed out. But whenever she took the bump on the announce table, she took it like this way before. Like, she was getting picked up and she's already bracing for it. But don't be that person. Don't be that person that bumps like this in anticipation of the move. Mick Foley used to be the worst at it. But anyway, but that was just like it was like, oh, I'm protecting my head. Which I get it, of course. You don't want to bop your head and be hurt and get a concussion. But like, to do it as soon as they pick you up or touch you, I'm just like, oh.
It really broke my heart seeing people like chanting, this is boring, this is awful. Like, I was like almost peeing my pants. Like, please don't. But we talked about this before. If they don't have a good match, they should be treated as anyone else.
Yeah, I agree. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just treat them different just because of that they're women. If it's a shit match, it's a shit match. But they shouldn't be treated any different. Like if three guys came out there and had the same match, everybody would be shitting on them. So you can't be equality only when it's convenient.
When I go and look on Twitter and comments and things like that, people think that when you say that a match isn't good, that you're downing that person. No, not everything's going to be an A+ night. And when it's not an A+ night, you call it out. That's what you do.
And not almost most of the time is not going to be just solely on the talent. It's like where you put in the match, the pacing of the match, what the agents wanted out of that match is not necessarily on the talent's fault by themselves. Of course, they still have their own weight to pull and they have to deliver and go through that match. But I don't want to be like, oh, it's just their fault.
But it was also their fault. It really was. So after the match, Shayna Baszler was celebrating. People were like booing already. They were booing at the match, and then Becky stood tall at the end.
I hated it.
I was like, what?
I hated that. She didn't need that. No. She's already a badass as it is. Like, she doesn't need that. And, like, I think the whole, like, Booker or whatever mentality was like, okay, so we have to keep Shayna strong, but Becky can also be pinned. So I guess that's why they came up with Bayley, losing and taking the pin.
But why did Becky need to put her through an announce table?
I know, she didn't.
Because she's the Raw Women's Champion. Yeah. Raw got beat by both shows. So why is Becky Lynch as the Raw Women's Champion standing tall and celebrating? What's the point?
It was weird. I wanted all the NXT talents to come out and like celebrate or something. It was just a really weird note to end that show.
And it's not like she had just went through so much adversity. Like, it's like she didn't need that. Like, who did that help? Nobody. If anything, it just hurt Shayna.
It was a photo op.
Mad, disappointed, sad. It could have been so much more.
Yeah. Survivor Series. What a disappointment. Lost my voice for nothing. So let's talk about Raw. We've got Charlotte Flair versus Asuka.
Yes.
This match was freaking long.
It was in a good way.
They were almost like, let me just go out there to Chicago and show that women don't suck.
Look, we can wrestle. We can deliver a good match.
And she did a Boston Crab in Chicago.
Thanks, Jerry Long.
Yeah.
Charlotte is my favorite person to receive Green Mist.
Oh,
She sells the heck out of it.
So good.
She looks like She-Hulk.
Moxie Molly is there singing Defying Gravity.
Now we'll fight Defying Gravity.
I love it. She sells the heck out of it every time.
And I love it that she always does it to the hard cam. She's such a professional. Yeah. She knows exactly where to face it.
And Kairi.
Oh my god, she's so cute. That legit popped me when she's like, ah! It was so adorable.
I love her.
Her nickname is now an insurance policy.
I think they just call her that. Like, anybody who's like ringside, or like they usually call people who are like big, mean, muscular girl, like people insurance policy. So I think it's really cute that it's this tiny little Japanese girl.
That's all she really needs, because she's like the insurance policy for Asuka. It's like a powerhouse.
So right now for our next pay-per-view that's happening next month, TLC, they are advertising it's going to be the first ever women's tag TLC match. And I feel like that match is going to be good.
I think so too, because more people equals more crazy spots. And the first ever TLC tag match was so iconic that maybe this women's tag match will be as iconic as that one too.
I want Team Bestie in it.
I don't think Team Bestie is gonna be
Team Bestie in
I
it.
think no, it's gonna be Charlotte and Becky versus Asuka and Kairi.
I want Lita to have her own TLC match because damn it, she deserves it.
Oh my god, we really need you to talk about Lita more.
Please.
People are now making theories that I hate Lita.
Do you hate Lita?
Would somebody who hates Lita do that?
I don't know.
I mean, I did hate Lita back in the days when I
Because
was
of
like,
Trish.
when I was too much. I was young. I thought I was too big of a fan of Trish.
Okay, that's
what
fair.
happens, yeah.
All right, I respect your wrong opinion.
So women had 2 bad main event triple threat matches at this point.
Triple threat matches, I should have mentioned this while we were talking about it, but triple threat matches are already a cluster as it is. To add on a whole bunch of other stuff, it just makes it even harder as it is. Multiple person matches are hard to put together, and they're really hard to have a really good, crisp, solid triple threat match, so they already have that working against them.
But remember, Asuka, Charlotte, and Becky did a freaking amazing
That was a
match.
great
That was a
triple
great match.
It's a hit or miss. It's definitely really hard to have a
Got
good
it.
triple threat match.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that one wasn't even good.
No, that was definitely a miss.
Yeah.
But I really like this match. I hope we get to see more Charlotte and Asuka interactions together. Maybe some Charlotte and Kairi interactions.
Oh, that would be
cool, too.
great. Charlotte
Yeah.
versus Kairi is going to be freaking amazing.
Yeah, it's
Especially with the size differences.
Yeah. Well, like we were talking about, that boot that Charlotte does is amazing, especially even better when her opponent is very small, like much smaller than them. It always looks like they get killed.
She is going to decapitate little Kairi Sane. All right, everyone, it's time to take over this show because we are the Wednesday Night Women's Wars crew, and yes,
I'm trying to be like a good sport here. And I was there.
you
You
were there.
were. We wanted
That
you to
was
be
sweet.
here because you were there, and then we were also at your house. So why not just
Yeah.
bring the shows together?
Yeah. Did you all see me behind Beth Phoenix?
Yes,
did.
you were looking fly.
Thank you.
Skin was just shimmering and shining, and I was like, "That boy is a star."
Your teeth look great.
Oh,
Was it like
yeah.
you were sitting next to a dentist?
That was a good one. I was sitting next to a dentist. Yes. Adam Cole's girlfriend, Britt Baker, is how she was introduced, right?
Yes.
Not as a television superstar.
There's a lot of rumors going around how like Triple H didn't know, the production crew didn't know that she was there. They just captured the person with the best facial expression or whatever. That is all lie because we saw a production crew bring Britt Baker. Wait, maybe I shouldn't say this.
We gotta acknowledge the big dog of the yard, Rhea Ripley, leading her team into victory.
So you're just stealing Roman Reigns?
Yeah. Roman Reigns
Readopting it to Rhea Ripley?
Roman Reigns is not the big dog when it comes to Rhea Ripley. Roman Reigns is the small
I agree.
puppy.
It's just, that's his tagline.
Rhea Ripley's got that big dick energy, and she is swinging to the fences.
With that penis.
Anyway,
It's a work of art. Penis de Milo, if you will.
Oh.
let's talk about before the show started.
Beef? We're talking about beef?
Before the show started, Mia Yim posted about her beautiful makeup that was inspired by Bull Nakano that almost looked like Mojo Rawley, and she was taken out.
Moxie, you actually were the
I
one
was
that saw
saying,
this coming.
so 2 things that happened in this women's war game match I called. Way back when everyone was just having a fit about Dakota Kai not being like picked, you could go find the clip in like 3 videos back where I was like, I don't think she's not going to be a part of this, guys. Like, I guessed it. And then after that I was like, I think we'll see her turn on her team member. And I was like, and Mia Yim just took that big gash to the face. I don't think she's going to participate. And then I was like, maybe Dakota Kai will take her place. So your Nostradamus is rubbing off on me, but also that's entertainment.
It was real entertainment because, that was amazing.
Dakota Kai turning on her best friend was just like, it was perfect. I told you she was going heel.
Yeah.
I
It's gonna
told
go
you
that
all
heel.
she was going heel.
I did not think she was going to do that because she snapped. Tegan just screaming bloody murder
Oh
as
my
she
God.
slammed that gate onto her
Yeah.
leg. Oh my God.
Well, we have to acknowledge that Dakota Kai's heel turn was one of the best ones we've seen in recent years, female or male. But like you just said, we also, like, it wouldn't have been as epic if freaking Tegan Knox didn't sell it the way she did. Good on her, too.
And we also saw her on Mae Young Classic just like crying for 10 minutes because she broke her, you know.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
sounded similar.
Yeah.
Like, it sounded realistic. I guess because she's been there before.
She just got into that headspace.
A lot of people make a comparison between Dakota Kai and Bayley. Dakota knocked Bayley out of the park with this turn heel. Oh my god.
I don't even like it when people compare them because I don't see them similar at all. But you're right, if we were comparing them as heels.
I do compare them because I think they both have just natural babyface elements that makes them so lovable. And I'm a little sad for both of them that the WWE didn't fully tapped into their babyface potential.
Right.
I feel bad about that.
I mean, they did all they could with Bayley. Bayley
I
was
mean,
done. But Dakota Kai was over as a babyface, but the reaction she got from that heel turn and the facial expressions that she made, it's kind of like all the nicest people like Io and Kairi and then now Dakota. Like as soon as they snap, it's like, oh, I didn't know you could.
That'll show you not to be jerks to us nice people.
Yeah. I already said the team kick is not it anymore.
Once they both came back, we weren't necessarily seeing them as Team Kick anyway, so I think this was like ripping the Band-Aid off. It's just
Got
like,
it.
bye, put
I
it in the
hate
garbage.
their gear anyway, with like flowers and shit like that.
Speaking of gear, I do have a solid gear compliment. Candice LeRae with the gender equality gear.
Loved it.
That was great.
She looked
I loved
great.
that.
We're so sidetracked by Dakota Kai and her heel turn that we didn't bring up how Io and Candice LeRae started the match, and that was an amazing 5 minutes of wrestling
Oh my
before
God.
all that other stuff, and before amazing freaking Rhea Ripley throwing all the stuff in, like the first 5 minutes with just those two ladies too, like commendable.
Io was so creative with how she used that 2 rings. I still don't know why they have 2 rings, but Io used the heck out of it. Double 4 rope,
when they
619.
she Candice tried to reverse it, and Io was like, "Nope, not having it." Dropped to a hole
Yeah.
on the metal. And
So I like how Io, they did the little huddle. They were like, let's figure out who. And she's like, no! And she like strut down the ring. She's like, I will do it. And she's got that body movement. She's like,
Also, the whole Kaylee Ray situation was funny because Chicago, they don't know who she is, even though she's a UK champion.
Right.
So there was no reaction to Kaylee Ray. But she worked as a heel pretty well because she was toying with that table.
I love everything about her. I love everything about NXT UK though. So
she came to play for this match, though. She was like, y'all don't know who I am. Okay, Miz, let's...
And she was taken out with the trash can.
That trash can spot. Rhea just like whipped it at her. Dude.
Yeah.
She's like, oh no, swat her like a fly. I loved it.
speaking of whipping, also freaking Bianca Belair. There's nothing weak in that match. Everything was stellar. Everything was perfect. Nothing was botched.
That was so well done when she was whipping with the hair.
And then Candice turns around like,
yeah, it was like sounding like that, and then the kendo came like bah, bah, bah. It was like
just the way Bianca sold it, like
Bianca sells pain so well. Okay, I'm hurting. Leave me alone.
probably actually did hurt because kendo sticks.
Honestly, I'm a little sad that Bianca's not pushed as like the face of NXT. I
like
feel like
babyface.
Rhea kind of took her kind of that niche.
I just don't think Bianca's found like her feud. You know what I mean? She's had really stellar matches, but there's never been that like connection with someone that's really like pushed her over the top. Which
I think
she needs.
what we're gonna see is Rhea Ripley move up pretty quickly, and then I think that's when it's gonna be Bianca's
Bianca?
turn to come.
Because surprisingly, she's not young. I thought she was like early 20s.
No, she's 30s,
She's in her
right?
30s.
She's 30s. You need to push Bianca soon. I want to see Bianca versus Sasha, Bianca versus Naomi. I want it.
Oh, both of those would be lovely.
I really want to see Bianca and Charlotte because everyone talks about like Rhea and Charlotte or Shayna and Charlotte. No one's really given Bianca that time, but after seeing their little interaction at
Yeah.
Survivor Series, plus just their 2 attitudes working off each other, I think that'd be a stellar match.
Io had a huge, crazy moonsault.
The spot in itself is amazing. The practicality of thinking about it's like, why are you taking out a member of your team when you're fighting 2 people?
Candice intentionally brought Bianca in.
Did she?
Yeah, there was like a little detail. So I really
Okay.
liked that.
All right.
Well, we weren't there to see it firsthand.
I was right there seeing everything.
Bougie.
I sound like the Big Mouth. Oh, I'm not gonna say that.
You do sound like that chick from Big Mouth.
Lola. Anyway. So the ending. What do you think of the handcuff spot?
I liked it. I thought it was something really different. I think Shayna's facial expression sold it more than anything. Yeah.
Shayna, she was good when she came in, but just all the work she's done to improve, like, she deserves everything she has. Like, I know we've said on our review, like, we're just starting to get a little bit bored with the way she wins, but I still want to keep seeing her winning. And last night proved, like, she's here. She's at the top of her game, at the top of the division, and she can go above it. We haven't even tapped into everything with her yet.
And it didn't get tapped into in that triple threat.
So wasn't it weird that 2 people beat 4 people?
If it was an elimination match, definitely. If it's just a pinfall, that's fine. That's the only thing I think saved it. If they would have eliminated all 4 people, then no.
I think they're pushing Rhea a lot.
I just said, I think,
like
I said move up, but there's not really a move up. It's a lateral move. I think they'll put her on one of the flagship shows.
You think so?
Then, yeah.
You think she's going to win Royal Rumble?
That'd be amazing. I want to see her win everything. She needs to be the World Heavyweight Champion, and we need to see the Impact World Heavyweight Champion, Tessa Blanchard, go against the WWE Heavyweight Champion, Rhea Ripley. That would be jaw-dropping, balls to the wall, amazing match.
My heart just stopped thinking about that match. Like, oh my god.
I mean, I like Rhea Ripley.
Book it!
I like Rhea Ripley, but it's like a little too fast for me.
Why?
I mean, she's great, but I just want to get to know her a little more before she goes boop, 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 boop.
I don't think I need to know any more about her. She's Rhea Ripley. She's going to walk out there. She's going to whoop your ass, and then she's going to call your mom and say, come over, we're having some fun. That's Rhea Ripley.
I mostly watch Raw and SmackDown, so her meteoric rise this weekend happened to me this weekend. So I'm like, this girl.
Oh no, she's been dominating.
Is taking. I mean, she was. I mean, like knew of it, but to just see it in front of me, just like happen, like what? I'm like little taken aback. But she's proving it in the ring for sure. I don't know. I'm a little mixed about it.
There's nothing to be mixed about. She's Rhea Ripley.
Okay, I'll keep my eyes on her. Maybe I'm just a little petty after that little controversy that she had, but I was very impressed with what I saw this weekend.
Petty but pretty.
Petty but pretty. But I'm very impressed with everything I saw this weekend, so I'm getting warmed up.
DS, I do think that since you're here, you get to experience your first ever Boom Blast moment of the night! Yes! What was your moment of WarGames?
My Boom Blast moment of...
Boom Blast moments.
Of the night.
Yeah.
Of WarGames.
Oh, my Boom Blast moment of WarGames is me watching WarGames with Britt Baker. Or me shaking hands with Beth Phoenix. No, just kidding. Stop, thank you. No, let me think. Oh, my Boom Blast moment probably is rewatching the match. Shayna just smiling at everything that was going along with Dakota Kai and
like a little Cheshire cat in a cage.
But with that weird mouthpiece, it was just so... It was a great visual.
My Boom Blast moment of the night is going to Rhea Ripley chucking that trash can into Kaylee Ray's face.
Loved it.
My Boom Blast moment of WarGames is the entire fucking women's WarGames match because there wasn't a dull moment.
Wrap it all up in a nice little bow.
Thank you so much for watching this week's review with all of the family together.
Survivor Series bringing people together since 1994.
Is that the real term?
No, that was just a really good Survivor Series year.
We just did a really cute holiday photo shoot.
We did.
We did.
We had a Santa's Little Helper match.
We are reopening our Patreon.
Boom Blast!
Boom Blast! Patreon! Patreon's gonna be open. We're gonna have tons of cool perks.
Dinner with one of us, or two of us, or three of us, or 10 of us. Just
There's
kidding.
10 of us.
Yeah.
Dinner!
You could be GM.
You can vote on which video you want us to make next.
You get video shout outs. Woo!
You could pick my notes. Just kidding.
Someone's gonna bid for it.
So Patreon's gonna be open soon, so please take a look at it. It's gonna be right there. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all! Happy Thanksgiving!
Yay, happy Thanksgiving! Don't mind us over here.
And then our exclusive interview with Nyla Rose will be dropping this week.
Well, a lot of male fans, when they watch wrestling, they judge how good it is by how funny their pants feel.
So get ready for that. All right, see you next week.
Bye. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Yay, fun stuff.